Hi. If you don't already know me, my name is Christine, or Chris. Basically, the purpose of this video was just to kind of put together a collection of wigs that I've chosen and to get feedback from a couple of my friends. The main reason that I'm even putting it on here is because with the length of the video and the amount of content, the normal platform that we would use to share just can't handle it. So I am by no means am a professional YouTube or even normally share videos of myself ever. So if you're seeing this and it's awful, I apologize, but hopefully you'll get some kind of enjoyment out of it if it's just because I'm being a dork. Either way is fine. So the plan was, well, for a couple of years, I've been thinking about trying wigs, just mainly because I tend to destroy my poor hair. I was born a Khaleesi white blonde, and as I got older, my hair decided it wasn't going to do that anymore. Well, I still liked it that way, so I kept bleaching it, and it's gotten damaged and completely damaged. I've had some nightmare results, but also some fun accidental purple miracles that just ended up working out. So it depended on the day, but also I kept wanting to change it too often, and I wasn't giving my hair enough time to recuperate and repair and grow back out. So my hair has always stayed shorter. So now I'm trying to grow it out and take better care of it. I'm trying not to use box colors and things like that anymore. I'll actually use the professional stuff. But in the meantime, I decided to test out wigs to see if I liked them, and turns out I did. But I didn't want to spend too much money on it right away. So almost every wig that you're going to see in this video is off of Amazon and less than $30, with the exception of one, I think, it's a Raquel Welch, and I only got it because it was on sale. It definitely stands out. You'll see the difference between all of the others and that one. To each their own. I personally would not buy that again. And I don't know, it's just, I think it's the styling and things like that. It's not something I would typically like, but I can make it work if I play with it enough. And that's something I've done with all of these. I don't think there are any wigs in this collection that have not been modified. I will tweak them so that they fit me better, or I've cut them. I've gotten really brave actually with styling and haircuts and thinning and all that kind of good stuff. But these are the ones that I've kept. So I'm trying to decide which ones are going to be my priority styles that I use more than the rest. And we're going to start from the shortest to medium length and then to the longest. And I have to admit, the majority of these are going to be pretty vanilla. You might get bored, but the whole point was I wanted wigs that would look more natural on me, that were less expensive. And eventually I might work up to more human hair type things. I don't know. At this point, I don't know if I feel like I need to, because it's gone far better than I expected that it would. So I've watched a lot of videos of wig try-ons, and shout out to one of my favorite goths on YouTube, Vessel Blood. I love your videos. I love your content. Your laugh is amazing. It's truly addictive. I love your laugh. But that started it too, was seeing some of those videos and seeing someone that was brave enough to try those on and share it. So that was great. I will try to share links to the original wigs before they're altered, obviously, on Amazon if I can find them. There have been many of them. Many of them. The ones that were just not successful, either I modified them and it didn't turn out well, or I couldn't return them. I'm donating those. So I have a huge box of those that I'm donating. But yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to basically just go from short to long. And I would love feedback. I'd like to know what's the best casual look that I could just wear around the house every day if I wanted to, or run to the grocery store or something. What's the best everyday work look? What would look best in meetings, virtual meetings, which is basically something that I've worked from home for well over a decade that I've had to get used to. It's taken a lot of work to do that, so I want to look my best when I'm on those meetings. And then also the favorite playful ones that I can do these kind of videos with. I'm coming out with a music video really soon, and I'm thinking about actually doing one of them myself and being in the music video, but I haven't decided on that yet. But I love that song. I'm in love with it. Anyway, that's a totally different topic. So we're going to start with short, and then we'll do medium, and then we'll do long, and hopefully I don't look too much of a fool while I'm doing it. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the shortest one that I've got. It is not typically a style that I would go for. I don't know, I don't feel like I look good in short hair, but this one was super cute. It did come originally super bright yellow. It was also the first one that I used toner on to just kind of bring it back to that cooler tone, a little bit more ashy than yellow, because I wasn't feeling that. And it worked out pretty well, actually. It's comfortable, and I live in Arizona, so if it's just too hot and I don't want to have a lot of hair bothering me, I think it's a good option. Again, it's not a typical style that I would love. I don't see myself wearing this very often, every day or anything like that, but I think it's cute. It works. On to the next. Okay, so I had no idea that hairband wigs were a thing. Hairband? Here I am. Rock. Sorry, this one is a little too yellow, but I still think that it's awesome. It's just a headband. I mean, it's a wig cap, but then you just put the headband on. And then if you want to, you can put on different colored headbands. Of course, I have black. But this is the default color. I still think it's cute. I prefer it with the black, but you can just toss it on. You don't have to worry about the hairline or the knots, nothing like that showing. So I think it's pretty awesome. I have multiple headband wigs now, and one in this exact same style but a different color, and she's coming up next. So this is the exact same style as the last one, but in a different shade of blonde, which is a little bit warmer. And normally I don't think warm looks good on me, but I like this one. It's also got roots, which you're probably going to hear me complain about a lot. I don't typically like to have the darker roots, but for this one it works, and I think it's because of the black headband. It just all ties in together really well. Again, very simple headband, no biggie. There's a lot less worrying when you're not worried about, is my actual hairline showing or my roots showing? It's on a meeting with a blonde wig and your purple hair shows through. It's a little bit like, what's going on over there? So yeah, on to the next one, which is, it's kind of a short medium. Here we go. All right, I swear I was able to get this to look cute on me before. I had it pinned back a lot though, so back, wait, like that. I did not just bang my microphone, don't worry about it. So yeah, it definitely looks better back on me, I think. I love the color. This is the second wig I ever wore on a meeting, and one of my former coworkers just like lost his mind. So that was the first time I got a compliment on my hair while I was doing this. I know it doesn't look great now. I promise you it looks better styled, but we are about to start the mediums, and I'm warning you in advance. There are a lot of mediums, but all right, see you in a second. So this one probably looks a little familiar. It may be the same kind of wig as the one I wore in the intro. I'm not sure, but it's very similar. And it is a slightly different tone of blonde. And I also did a little bit messier a cut when I was styling it. It's also not as thinned out. There's a lot more hair in this one. It's very soft and silky, actually. I don't think this is the same brand. It's amazing the difference that they have in just the feel alone. This is definitely a finger comb wig for sure. The only major complaint that I have is that I can't seem to get the lace to match my skin tone. So I can try to lighten that, or I can just style it in a way that it's not as visible. But it's one of my favorites. Super comfortable after modifying it, of course. But yeah, we've got a long road ahead. Long, hard road out of hell. Here we go. Dude, I'm so sad right now. You can't see the color in this. I was really excited to share this one because it was a little different. Yeah, right here you can see it's a very, very soft baby pink vessel blood. If you could see this color, you would love it. I don't know how else to get this show up. I've tried different lighting. I think that that's the best example that I can give here. It's not very much, but this is super comfortable, super soft. I thinned it out and definitely cut it. I think this one was like down to my waist, and I love long hair, don't get me wrong. I want to be able to wear things that long eventually, but right now I'm not used to it. So when I have all of that hair, I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, okay, why is this on my back? Why is my back getting hot? So, but yeah, I love this one. I wish that the pink would show up a little bit better, but on to the next. This one really makes me want to go to a concert for some reason. I do not know why. Okay, so this is actually the one that I was talking about earlier. It's the same as the one I was using in the intro, but it's more of like a honey blonde. And normally, again, I don't like that shade on me, but this one works. There's something about it. It's just like, let's go see Nine Inch Nails. Let's do something. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So like I said, you're going to see a lot that are very similar in style and things that, again, I want them to be something that I can use reliably, both professionally and personally. So that's on to the next. Hallelujah, something different. I'm so glad that the pink's showing up on this one. Joe, I love you to death. You're the only reason why I even considered getting this. So originally, the tips of this were green. I'm not a fan of green. The only time I want to see green is on typo negative shirts or albums. That's it. So I spent an entire evening cutting off each and every little piece of green. And yes, I could have just cut it, but I wanted to keep the wave and body to this. I did not thin this one out very much either. It's got a lot of body left in it. This is the fun part of wigs, is that you always have hair in your face. Hit my poor mic again, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's good, it's cute, it's fun. I do not see this as an everyday hairstyle unless someone says, hey, yeah, you should totally wear that all the damn time. If I did, I'd have to make some more adjustments. It's a little itchy and a little scruffy, but it's freaking adorable. I can't help it. Yeah, so something out of the norm so far. That's good. So this is the first one that threw me for a loop. Not only do I not like warm tones usually, I don't like visible roots. I do not like dark roots. But there's something about this one. I don't know what it is. I like how it looks on me. I don't know if it's the style, possibly. But yeah, normally I'm very color sensitive. But this one, I don't hate it. I like it. It's a little bit of a medium long for me, so it may have been misbagged, but I'll forgive it for now. Maybe I should start my own 80s nostalgia band. See right there, it's cute. I can take that. So this is the infamous Raquel Welch wig. It's my first like name brand wig that I've purchased. And again, I bought it because it was on sale and I thought, cool, I can try a higher quality wig from a name brand company that's well known and I can afford it. But the wigs that I've gotten from Amazon definitely surpassed my expectations. This one did not. And I don't know what it is exactly. I know they use a lot of permatease, and I think that maybe it's the style too. It's just kind of before my time and not in a good way. I don't know how else to say it. And it's not soft. Just overall kind of uncomfortable. Like I could feel it, my scalp itching, which is weird because I don't feel that with the majority of the wigs that I have. And these were very inexpensive wigs too. So I'm pretty disappointed by that. And I don't know if it's because it's an older style. It is an older style, so it may have just been around too long. I don't know. I know that they've probably, see that's permatease. So permatease is what wig manufacturers put in to hide the wefting or the lace or the wig cap itself. So when you part your hair, it minimizes the visibility of that. But it also makes the hair stand up. And that also makes it a little bit more obvious that you're wearing a wig. Anyway, not my favorite purchase. I do regret it a little bit, but I think it should be good to have. Maybe I can do like black on the tips or something. I do love the blonde black look. You'll see that soon. Yeah. So this is the Raquel Welch, the most expensive wig I own. It could be worse. I don't know, from the side, I think it's adorable. But once I get here, I'm like, I'm not a Fleetwood Mac fan. And sorry to anybody that is, but that's kind of what it feels like. It feels more like I should have an acoustic guitar versus electric guitar. And I'm definitely more electric guitar. All right, next. Not gonna lie, I feel like a piece of art. And I kind of love it. I feel like this wig just describes me, basically. Light up top, and the further you get, the darker it gets. And while I love it so much, my choice of clothing, you can't see the entire bottom half of it. It's just because of the black. And I wear all black. Always have. So that's the main drawback. But look at it. It's probably one of my favorites. The problem is that it's like, it looks like it stops here, but it's all the way over here. So that's one drawback, but you know, I feel like me in this. And I'm not going to start singing, I promise. I really want to, though. If you don't know me, I'm a huge Khaleesi fan, and this is one of my Khaleesi girls. I love her. There's not a whole lot to say about it. It's very, very ice blonde, and apparently one of my cats is climbing behind my desk. I'm gonna bet that's Pumpkin. Anyway, yeah, not super, super soft, but not very scratchy. This one had a lot of styling to it. This may have come in braids originally, actually. And my Pumpkin is turning on my lights now. All right, I get the picture. I haven't even brushed her yet, and I'm already just like, damn, that's pretty. Obviously, I love this one. I think this was probably my first favorite, and if you're my friend, you've seen this and how much I love it. I think I put it on, and I was like, I got nothing to say. And like, if you don't know why I love this, it's purple. The only problem that I have with it is the bangs. They're adorable, don't get me wrong. I'm just not used to having bangs, so they tend to bother the hell out of me. So I'd have to just get used to it. But yeah, this is Lady Violet, and I'm also coming out with a song called Violet Aggression, and now I'm wondering if this inspired that. It's possible. And we'll see. So this one I'm not entirely sure about, but don't hate it. Ignore the bad, lame attempt at a braid. I was trying to learn Viking braids because I love those. Obviously did not make it very far. But yeah, she's cute. I'm not in love with her. I don't think that she would, no, she wouldn't work well for an updo because there's not a very good hairline. I just feel like she's okay. But, you know. I mean, it's purple. Just gonna love it by default. This one also does not have bangs, which I'm grateful for, and it is also super, super soft. The lace is a little itchy. That's my only gripe with this one, and I can probably figure out a way to get that to stop, but she's pretty. Purple. Let's make everything purple. It'll be okay. Black and purple. The pink Khaleesi, one of my original favorites as well. I love the pink tips. This one got majorly altered. It was so incredibly long, but yeah, she's one of my original favorites. Can't help it. Love it. This one I may get longer again later once I get used to having longer hair, and then I plan on going for even longer. But for now, I like this. This is another one that I did not expect to like, and I still don't quite know why. It does have bangs, but they don't go in my eyes, which is a huge bonus. It has roots, but they actually don't bother me. So I'm not sure why I like this one. It might be the style itself. It might, I don't know, but I like it. It's pretty comfortable. It's not the softest. I have done some research on softening synthetic wigs, and I may have to do that with this one. She is a bit scratchy. So I want to sing. I'm not going to. Keep watching. Big shocker, I know. It's a blonde wig. Yeah, not too much to say about this one. It's a little yellow, but I don't feel like it's too yellow. It's not the softest, but it doesn't bother me, so that's good. I think that these are more of a tone, if I'm feeling a tone or not. Some days Icy looks really good on me and I'm like, holy crap, I'm gonna take over Game of Thrones with this hair. And the other days I'm like, that looks ridiculous, do not do that. And so just have the tone choice, or it's difficult for me to know if I look good in something or not, because as like most people, I am my worst critic. So, but I like this. I would feel comfortable wearing this most of the time. The yellow might get on my nerves after a while, but holy crap, we made it through all of the mediums. I am proud of us, especially you if you've put up with me for this long. So next is the longs. Let's get it going. For those about to rock, salute you. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it. This is black and purple, but it is kind of becoming my background. You can't really see very much. But yeah, definitely longer. I wouldn't say very, very long. I don't think I even cut this one, so I think it came at this length. I did thin it out. It looks better up, but I just tried to do that to show you, and you couldn't see a damn thing. So yeah, a little bit of more contrast than I'm used to, but at the same time, I like it a lot. It's not very soft. It feels like a synthetic wig, but it doesn't look like one in my opinion. The bangs, yeah, the tickling, gotta get used to that if I'm gonna wear this. But I think it's adorable. I love it. Definitely good for my darker moods, which happen a lot. So, all right, next. Sweet child of mine. That's it. That is what I get from the headbands. Okay, sorry. This was my first headband wig, and I remember someone saw me in it for the first time, and they were like, "Is that your actual hair?" No. But yeah, there's a lot of it, and trust me, I have thinned this multiple times. There was so much hair. And again, the good thing is that you can change out the headbands, because if I had to get stuck with this color, I would be very unhappy with it. So yeah, it's another quick go-to, throw on, boom, you got hair. It's not the most comfortable. I think the other two that I showed earlier were far more comfortable than this one, but I can make adjustments to it, so it's a little bit more comfortable if I decide to wear it more often. It's not super long. This probably could have gone in the medium pile. It's probably about a medium long. And again, this is just from how it feels on me. It doesn't feel too long. All right. You don't have too much more left, so you got this.
She's in love with herself. She likes the dark, and on her milk white neck, the devil's mark.
I sincerely apologize, but I had to. Blonde and black, baby. I love it. At least with this one, you could definitely see more of the black because it's blended in with the blonde. And the back, unless I have it pulled through, all you're going to see is that blonde. Again, describes me light on top, but actually it's pretty damn dark in it. I may have to write another song now. Yeah, this one is definitely long. I enjoy her, but I feel like I'd have to get used to this length. There's quite a bit more to her than I'm used to. But I'm also seeing some really cute pigtails. Yep. See, this is another reason why making this video is helping, because I can see myself in it a little bit better than the mirror. I can never get myself to look as good on camera as I do in the mirror. Not saying that I think I look good, but when I finally like, hey, okay, that's passable, I get on the camera and I'm like, That's awful. Just don't do it. And I'm trying to get over that. But we only have, I think, 2 more left. So stick with it. We're almost there. This one I got years ago when I first started thinking about wearing wigs. I originally got it to wear to a Ren fair, but it ended up staying in my closet for a few years now. And at the time, I didn't really know how I could make it more comfortable and work for me. There was so much of it. It was overwhelming. And that's why I ended up not wearing it. Again, I'm in Arizona. When Ren Fair's going, it's way too damn hot to have so much hair on there. So I thinned this out and now I love her. What's ironic to me is that she looks a lot like the Raquel Welch wig, but doesn't bother me as much. I don't know if it's the color. I don't know. But I do love her. She gives me kind of Lady Amalthea from The Last Unicorn vibes. Yeah. Probably not one of my favorites, but definitely something that I'm glad I have. So if I feel like it, then I can pair her on. So she probably would not be an everyday kind of, unless I like did a lot more work to her and I already put in quite a few hours on her. So we have 1 more to go. Bet nobody saw that coming. I just love this wig. The color, she's soft. There's just something about her. Yeah. I actually got fired once for having hair this color. Obviously, it was not this long. This one is definitely long. This one does not bother me with the length until I do what I just did, which is put it over onto my back. And then I'm like, what the hell is that? So, like that. Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, I love this girl. I'm glad that you can see the purple. I was really worried after that pink one wouldn't show up, so that's good. That's the only one we had to pay. All right. You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. What power? Power voodoo. Who do you do? What? Remind me of the babe. So I lied. I decided that since I'm showing all of the wigs in my collection, I'd have to show my Bowie wig. So years ago when I worked for a company named Articulate, we used to have like dress up days and things like that. And I decided to go as Cherith. If I can find a picture of it, I'll try to put it up here. I had the crystal ball and the Bowie shirt, of course. So yeah, just something fun that I wanted to throw in there. If you've managed to make it through this thing, I'm really grateful for your time. Thanks so much. Again, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not looking for anything out of this other than hopefully maybe some feedback. Were there any that you really loved that you thought looked great on me that I should consider using all the time? Or were there some that you were just like, no, don't do that. That's a mistake. I'd love to hear that just so that I can get some feedback because again, it's sometimes hard, especially when it's colors or styles that you're just not used to seeing on yourself. You don't know if that looks good or not. So having some feedback is really useful. Again, I just appreciate your time and thanks.